Hello golfers, and welcome to the Jess Frank Golf Academy YouTube channel. Today I want to talk to you about something that's going to help you a ton in your game, and something that's very misunderstood throughout the golfing world is how to take your backswing and the rotation of your backswing. So if you have a rotation of your backswing, most people think of rotation as a turning motion of their shoulders. While there is turning motion, you are inclined to the ground, so there also has to be the tilt motion of the shoulders as well. So you're not only turning, but you're also tilting your shoulders in the backswing. This is super important, super easy to do, and something that if you do it, you're going to play a lot better golf. So it's really important about the shoulders moving in the right direction and how you tilt your shoulders to the ground, how you incline yourself to the ground. So this is going to help you understand rotation. This is going to help you understand tilt. It's going to help you understand your backswing, and it's going to get you into a phenomenal position to help you hit the ball more cleanly and farther and higher. In fact, I just did a lesson the other day with a gentleman who is super struggling with his game, and his backswing ended up looking like this. He rotated his shoulders, but he never moved his lower body or his knees here. His left knee went to the target as he rotated backwards. So it kind of looked like that. So it's something that is really important to understand how to create the proper backswing rotation, the backswing tilt, extension, and turn. So extend, tilt, and turn. And so when I go back, when I did the drill or got him into a better backswing, we did a couple things. Number one, and these are great drills for you. Number one, what we talked about is getting the weight more on the lead leg. He rotated and moved his weight to the back leg while his front leg went forward. So what I want to do for you, or what you should do, put majority of your weight on your left leg. From here, you're going to allow your hips to turn back, and you're also going to tilt your shoulders. So you can see that changed the backswing immediately for him. So he went from hitting a 7-iron 90 yards to carrying his 7-iron 130, 140. It was so important to be able to have him do that, because it increased his hitting ability. He was hitting the ball fat, thin, just so super inconsistent, struggling on the golf course, and it really all stemmed from understanding rotation and backswing and how his body works. So if you understand the biomechanical movements of your body, then you can start to play good golf. And so what we did was, again, we put the weight on the front, we allowed the hips to turn back, which allowed the shoulders to turn back, which allowed him to get his back to the target and his hands much higher in his backswing, and his hands more around him. So he also, when he was doing his other swing, when he was doing his original swing, it was like this here. So he had no depth in his backswing. So as soon as he was able to rotate properly, extend, tilt, and turn his body, along with letting his hips turn, he all of a sudden created an inclination to the ground. He rotated his body better, and he was able to create a lot more speed and a lot more leverage, because his left arm in the beginning went from being about hip height to now up over his shoulder. And all that took was understanding the rotation factor and understanding how he is able to do that. So I'm going to hit a couple shots here and go ahead and show you the difference between when he was doing his first swing, which was here. Okay, kind of looked like this. So he had a level shoulder turn, he had no hip rotation, and his weight was on his back foot. So we changed that to weight on the front leg, letting the hips turn back and letting the shoulders move. So that made a huge difference. So he went from, when he did the first swing, I couldn't see his back at all. So I couldn't see any of his shirt collar back here. You can see my right shoulder still in front of my body. But when I did the other direction, look what happened. Now I see his entire back, his rotation. I mean, it looks like a much more powerful golf swing. So I'm gonna go ahead and hit a shot like that, where I'm gonna feel a little weight on the left leg, let the hips turn back, and let the shoulders tilt to the ground. And sure enough, that's a nice little 7-iron, you know, pretty solid, straight, not trying to hit it far, just kind of doing the drill there. So that's where you want to go with this, because most people when they're taught golf, and I hear this all the time here at the beautiful Deer Creek Golf Club here in Deerfield Beach, Florida, is I hear this all the time, is that they're told originally when they're swinging is to shift their weight to the back foot. So what this does, when you start shifting your weight to the back foot, what it does is it moves your low point back too far. Okay, it moves your bottom of your swing back too far. It also, a lot of times when you shift to the right, it turns your shoulders too level. So when you're staying with the weight on the left, pivoting your body, so you can see is that I'm not staying still. My shoulders are turning, okay? My hips are turning, my arms are going up around my body, and so I'm allowing myself to hit or to make a much more efficient golf swing. So I'll go ahead and try that again. Let's see how that feels. That felt really good the first time. Weight on the front, let the hips turn, tilt the shoulders. Real easy swing, pretty straight. Feels really good. I mean, that sounded really good too. I hit it right out of the center of the face, which is always nice. So this is something that can help your rotation of your backswing. And understand this, when you go out and play, if you're somebody who doesn't have a good backswing or is losing power, if you're losing power, this is a huge power source. So about your tilting of the shoulders, allowing the weight to stay on the left side of your body. So what it also does is helps you create a centered pivot. You know, I always talk about turning around your spine with or swinging your arms around your spine, you know, letting your shoulders turn in a circle, okay? So rotation, but you're doing it on a tilted incline to the ball. This is super important. The ball's on the ground. You have to stay tilted to the ball, because if you don't, you know, that look more of like a baseball swing where you'd hit the ball, which would be about chest height or waist height. Would be great for a baseball swing, but not for a golf swing. So that's something that is really important. And I know it can help your game. I know it can make you play better. So again, real easy game. I'm not putting any tension on my body here. I'm just moving it correctly for a golf swing. To my hips turn, the body moves. Now you can see my back's to the target. Okay. Before it was like this for the gentleman that I was working with. So big changes for him. I know this can help you. I love taking lessons, golf lessons that I do that helps golfers improve immediately on the driving range, bringing them to you directly, and then you can try that at home and just let me know how it goes. So always subscribe, always like, always leave a comment so I know that these drills are helping you, which I'm finding a lot of people are expressing positive or doing, you know, creating positive results, which is what we want. So again, we're going to go ahead, move this. We're going to tilt the shoulders, let the hips turn. Very easy swing, not hitting it very far. Like I'm not trying to max out my distance here. I'm just working on my tilting and extending, letting my hips turn and not turning my shoulders like a baseball swing. You can also see when I do this, if I move my shoulders, you can see how far my head moves to the right. This is most golfers. Most golfers move their heads up and to the right for a right-handed golfer. And so what this drill does, this helps you stay much more centered. So watch the difference here. Weight on the left, tilt the shoulders. You can see is that my head, it moves a little bit, it tilts, you know, it moves, tilts, neck tilt, very important. Something I'll cover on another video, but this is really, really important. A lot of people are told too to keep their head down, keep it locked down, and that's the worst piece of advice, because then they can't move their body or they don't understand how to move their body. So again, a real simple drill. Put the club across your shoulders here. You're inclined to the ball, inclined to the ground. You're going to let the hips turn, tilt the shoulders, keep the weight on the left side of my body. So you can see how good of a backswing that is. And so that's going to help you. So understanding rotation, when people talk about rotation and turning and the motion that they're doing, this is something that could really, really help your game. So again, my name's Jess Frank. I've been teaching this game for over 20 years. I love helping golfers. This platform gives me an amazing opportunity to help golfers all over the world. So please subscribe, please like, please comment, please share this video out with your friends because I know it can help their game. Have a great day. We'll talk to you soon.